Welcome to Dancing Feather Consulting, a place for community to come together in love with authenticity. And I am so glad you're here. So today was a day like any other day. No, but I kind of got back into the world after being sick for a couple of days last week. I started not feeling too good on Wednesday and stayed home until today. And I finally kind of got out. Nothing major, just a sore throat. But this year, I've been working with little ones again. And I guess, like you hear from others, oftentimes when you work with the little ones, you get exposed to everything. It's hard to keep the space germ free. Anyway, so I had a chance to kind of contemplate, and like one of the cards that I pulled today, the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. And sometimes that's just what it is, to fall ill or to be in dis-ease. You're uneasy because your body really just kind of tells you, hey, maybe you need a break. And so that's what happened. But I also wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about Dancing Feather Consulting, because I have been more proactive with some videos, although I had another little hiatus. But my intention with Dancing Feather Consulting has always been about connecting, about expansion and inclusion. Expansion is what we're doing always, every day, because we're going out into the world. We're expanding our space when we do that, unless we stay home. But we're inherently, human beings are meant to connect with each other, to find connection, to find camaraderie, togetherness, because you just really can't do it by yourself. And one of the things in today's world is isolation is actually the pandemic, the bigger pandemic, not the other one. And through my vision of Dancing Feather Consulting and connecting people with each other across the world, this medium, social media, is a distraction to keep people from connecting authentically with each other very often. And at the same time, it can also be a way of connecting with people across worlds, because through the ability of FaceTime, I'm able to connect with my parents, my brothers, who are across the world in the Netherlands. So there's always, you can say good or bad, or yin or yang, a little bit more of this or more of that. But it's however we use it, and to the extent that we use it or abuse it. So that's how Dancing Feather Consulting, it came into being many, many years ago, because as most of you know, I spent many years living off the grid in a campground with no electricity. And during that time, one of the greatest memories that I have about living in that space is the way people would connect when they got out in nature, suddenly without the comforts of home. Um, no, especially at that time, because this we're talking 1998. No real cell phones, landlines, no TV connection out there, um, and like I said, no electricity. So you're really just there out in nature. We did have a house with hot and cold running water. I'll have to say that. But it was wonderful, the most wonderful times that I can remember is sitting around the campfire and talking with people or just looking up at the stars. And of course, right there out in the middle of nowhere, you see all the stars. You literally see the Milky Way. Amazing experience. Would never wanted anything different. Um, so connecting people in a natural space was something very precious as an experience. Um, my children got to experience that, especially the older two, because they grew up in the campground environment and people remember them from growing up in the middle of nowhere. Little crazy kids running around. Anyway, so Dancing Feather Consulting is a place to gather, a place for people to authentically come together. And I invite you to comment, ask questions, connect as you see um, pooled or not. Either way, there it's a safe place to connect, and I offer life coaching services, speech pathology services from 0 to 80, and readings for people, and again, a way to connect. We may do some more group projects too. We'll see. It's just kind of see where everything goes. I have definitely some ideas of the container that I'd like to have this be in. But yeah, Dancing Feather Consulting. We're glad you're here. And oh, one of the cards that I pulled beside the Garden of Venus was the Dragon's Hoard, about protecting the future. And this is definitely one of the purposes and intentions of Dancing Feather Consulting is protecting the future. Because now more than ever, we need to be there for our children and our children's children and create the kind of world that we would like to live in. Not that we're brought up to believe the way it should look, but how do we innately feel into ourselves how we would like to have the world be? All possibilities exist. There's nothing too crazy. So, thank you for listening. My name is Talita. I am Dancing Feather Consulting, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.